Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and hi, my name is Najla Auni binti Khairul Anwar, metric number 1213224. In this video, I would like to talk about intercultural communication based on one of the movie that I choose entitled A Better Life. So this is the story that I want to talk about. So let's we move to the synopsis. So the first one is synopsis. The film A Better Life tells a story of a single American parent trying to give his son the best life he possibly can. Carlos, a gardener who attempts to set up his own gardening company by borrowing money from his sister in order to buy a truck. When the truck is stolen the next day, the brutal reality of how life is for undocumented workers in the United States become clear. Unable to call the police for fear of being deported, Carlos must hunt down the thief on foot with his son, which is Luis, to get back the truck on which his livelihood depends. Luis and his father progressively bond more throughout the film, and then all of a sudden it's all taken away from them. The father attempted to make a better life for his son, but that backfired when he got arrested and processed for deportation. It's a heartbreaking film as we see a child separated from his only parents. So the second one in this slide represent main cast in A Better Life film. We had Carlos as a Mexican illegal immigrant, Luis, Carlos' teenager son, and Anita, Carlos' sister or Luis' auntie, and Santiago, who stole Carlos' truck. So moving the third one is element of intercultural. First one is languages. In United States, there is no federally recognized language, but over the half have recognized American English as their official language. In Mexico, same goes with America, Mexico does not have a defined language. However, Mexico is the most populated Spanish-speaking country in the world. The Mexican government also recognizes the languages that are spoken within the country's borders, called Amerindian languages. So, in this movie, have a scene where Luis and his father communicate use the Amerindian language as a daily language. However, they are also use the English language as a daily language too. Moving to second element of intercultural, which is work and family. In United States, Americans place a lot of their self-worth on their profession, so that in some cases, work is placed before family. Children are often raised in a more independent manner, and they are more encouraged to be independent of their family. In Mexico, family is usually placed ahead of profession. Most children are raised with a lot of parental care and are taught to put the family first. It's not uncommon to see large Mexican families living in one location together for generations. So, in this movie, there is a scene where Carlos tells his son, Luis, to study hard, and Carlos also really works hard to give his son a better life like everyone. Moving to the last part is verbal and nonverbal. In United States, there are more to nonverbal communication. A handshake is the most common greeting when meeting someone for the first time or in professional settings. However, there are also hug people in informal situations or to greet close friends and family. It is important to smile during greetings. Americans generally smile a lot and are likely to appreciate when similar warmth is reciprocated. In Mexico, also have nonverbal communication such as nodding their heads, but they are more likely to use verbal communication to greet people such as saying good morning. For example, Buenos dias, the meaning of good day, Buenas tardes, meaning of good afternoon, or buenas noches, meaning of good evening or night. This word is depending on the time of day. So, in this movie have a lot of verbal and non-verbal communication between Carlos and Luis with American people. So, that's all from me. Thank you for listening.